What is up, guys? McIntyre here, bringing you another build video slash gameplay today. We're going to be talking about Valla. The PTR has just gone through, so it is now on the live server, and the Valla changes are live. So I want to talk about a build that just showed up in the Korean games this morning. It's what the Korean teams are playing. I tried it a few games, and I actually really like it a lot. I think the hatreds change, kind of giving Valla a couple more seconds to keep her hatred up, fixed her a bit more than what she was on PTR, and I really enjoyed this build, and I think it works really well, so I want to go over it super quick. At level 1, we're going to be taking Hot Pursuit. This is going to increase your move speed when you hit 10 stacks. It's also going to give you mana per second, which is important because the build we are going to be going is actually going to be the multi-shot build. So you're going to be casting your multi-shot a lot, and having that extra mana regeneration is actually going to be important. So this talent is going to increase the damage of your multi-shot by 5% per hatred. Obviously, we want to have 10 hatred. We'll increase our multi-shot damage by 50%, which is actually substantial. The next talent is going to be the grenade talent. This is going to shoot grenades in a kind of cone area at the end of this range where my mouse is at. Right where my mouse is at is going to be one grenade. Kind of to the right of that is the other, and to the left of that is the other. If that makes sense, I'll shoot it super quick. 1, 2, 3. You see those grenades? When those grenades hit a target, the multi-shot is decreased by 3 seconds. So if you hit 3 people, you have a 3-second cooldown multi-shot, which is insane if you think about it. But most of the time, you'll probably hit 2, which is still, you get a 6-second multi-shot, which is kind of like old battle momentum Valla with the multi-shot build. So I really like this talent, actually. At level 10, we're going to be taking Reign of Vengeance. Nice to have the ability to stun someone off of you as kind of a form of peel for yourself. You can also engage with it with a nice multi-shot tumble. It is important to note that with Vault now, if you have hatred stacks, your next auto attack after you tumble is going to deal bonus damage based on those hatred stacks. So tumbling, autoing with maybe a Rain multi-shot Q at 10 hatred is going to do a ton of damage. The 13 talent is going to be our flex talent on Valla. Gloom is pretty good if the other team is trying to one-shot. It does give you a flat 20% reduction ability damage. So it's pretty good. It's like a little mini spell shield, and it allows you to consume all your hatred to get kind of the bonus 30% more. So the 50% spell shield at the cost of 10 hatred. Pretty good if you're going against, again, a one-shot comp. Some team that's going to try to use a bunch of ability damage to kill you quickly. Most of the time, we're going to be taking Tempered by Discipline, which is, this kind of auto attack healing power. So the more you auto, the more you heal yourself. Just a little sustain. At 16, this is where things get fun. Your multi-shot is now going to get Frost Shot. You're going to slow on multi-shot, and you get an increased range. So now your poke really gets crazy. You can do it from a safe distance, and you can kind of keep the other team CC'd so your team can chase. Which again reminds me a lot of old Valla. And at 20, now that Bolt is taken away, we are going to take Far Flight Quiver. And this is going to increase your basic attack range by 40%. So as you guys can see, Valla is going to be able to shoot pretty far away now. It's about Rainer auto attack range. So if I get a 10 stack on this Arthas, or I'll just shoot maybe the dummy, because the Arthas is not cooperating right now. So if I get 10 stack on this dummy, you can see kind of my damage going up. When I get to 10 stacks, my multi-shot's going to deal more damage. My tumble is going to crit. You just can kind of play pretty safe and just shoot the other team down. And then when you feel like the time is right, maybe going for the combo kill. Just talking about really Valla's combo super quick. Most of the time, it's going to be something like Tumble, Rain, QW, and an auto attack, right? So that's kind of your basic how you're going to kill somebody on Valla. Another way is to just poke. One thing that I actually like doing with Valla is Qing and Wing at the same time. Some people go something like that, right? But because there's no cast time in Heroes of the Storm, you can literally just hit them both at the same time. Alright, so if you hit Q, W, and then R, you can also kind of stack it that way, like, but you might miss your R. As long as you sequence the Q and the W before R, you can do it. If you R and then Q, W, it doesn't work. The R has a cast time, right? So that's kind of your combo. We'll go do it to the Arthas super quick. So we'll tumble in. I ended up missing. Here we go. Let's try this one more time. Ooh, Arthas is a slippery pickle. But you guys get where I'm going with this. You'll see a lot more of how I position on this new Valla when the gameplay starts. There's not a whole lot about Valla. You want to... One thing I think that is important now is you just want to maintain your 10 stack on Hatred. So get autos in when you can. It's a lot like Greymane. Make sure that you keep your stacks up. You have 6 seconds to get an auto attack. It's a lot of time. Make sure you keep it up because that's where a lot of your strength's going to come from nowadays. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. You'll see a lot of this come out when I play. So hopefully, again, you enjoy and you learn a lot and you have a good time using this new build. I think it really brings Valla back into the spotlight potentially. So cheers. All right, so going into this game, looking at the compositions, I actually have a really strong quick match team, kind of double tank with a melee assassin and ranged medic. The medic's going to create a lot of space for me to allow me to build up stacks on my hot pursuit. So I'll be able to play pretty aggressive to autoing the other team. And I do have that double tank in front of me. I really like this new mount as well. It looks awesome on medium graphics. Pretty cool. So again, the build is going to be the Hot Pursuit, W talents at 4-7, Rain of Vengeance at 10. Going to take Tempered at 13. They don't really have much spell damage. Frost Shot at 16 and attack range at 20. Not a huge fan of them getting rid of Bolt, but sometimes it happens. Should be able to out trade with the medic. Just kind of always can out trade. If I can keep my stacks up too, I'll have the base region. And this is what I was talking about with medic. I'll just be able to play really aggressive. I'm okay taking damage. I should be okay taking damage. As long as he casts his Q on me. Yeah, just like that. Almost died there, but the Q got out. The other team really got baited into that. So, just like when looking at pairs for Valla, I think medic is going to be a really high priority one. Especially when we look at competitive. Hot Pursuit, again, just getting so much value. I'm almost used to having Rancor level 1, so it's a bit different. But I can feel the move speed. I don't know if I've dropped my 10 stack yet. I don't have to. So. Alright, so now my multi-shot is going to deal more damage now that I'm at 10 stacks of Hatred. I'll be able to poke even more than I already am. Should be able to kill this butcher. I have minions protecting me. Yeah, my boy Medic came back. So I'm going to lose my stacks here, but I should be alright. Should be able to start autoing them back. I want to wait to multi-shot until I've got as many stacks as possible. Obviously, the more I have, the harder it's gonna hit. So normally with Valla, you would like walk up and just immediately pull the multi-shot. I think now with this build, you want to hold back on that, get a few auto attacks in, and then multi-shot, right? So you'll increase your damage. I'm gonna sidestep this dude's W. Should be able to chase this. I'm dead. Possibly? Nice blind. Ooh. Only the medic could come and heal me. Trusted Medi bro. Kind of let me down there. So we're going to be taking Arsenal now. So each enemy hero hit with a grenade reduces the cooldown of multi-shot by 3. So I'm going to shoot 3 grenades. Each of them, if they hit the enemy, will reduce its cooldown by 9 seconds. And it's a 12-second cooldown. So I'm potentially looking at a 3-second multi-shot. At 16, when I have the slow, that's an insane amount of poke. It's also great CC because it'll slow them 25% for 2 seconds on a 3-second cooldown. Could be pretty neat, I guess, when you look at it that way. We'll see how it goes. So again, I don't want to open up. Oh, nice push. I don't want to open up with a multi-shot. I want to try to gain at least a little bit of hatred and then multi-shot because it's going to deal more damage. This is going to be stopped for sure. Oh, maybe not. There, I'm just poking with the multi-shot. Not so focused on getting autos. Oh, that tower hurt. It's almost a really good play by Valla. Looks like she's Q-build Valla. Yeah, she's... I need to stay near medic. At 13, I'll do a lot more damage. Might be able to pick this up with like a tumble Q, a tumble multi-shot. I don't actually know what killed him. Maybe the laser. I think that's what ended up killing him. Oh, I need one more auto attack for the move speed. She's got her own move speed. Man, it's unfortunate. One more auto on the bear and I would have caught up because I would have got my level 1 talent. I will say losing all of the hatred is kind of rough, but I'm glad that they added a few more seconds onto it. It's a lot more like a gray main passive now with his W. Except you have more time. Like there on the patch, on the PTR, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to keep that up, and he would have lived. So. Cool. I'm just gonna abuse the fact that the other team just did the boss. I should be able to get out just in time. Nice. We have Katas in the top lane. That was a really heads up 7-minute game, 7-minute play. We already have a keep at 7 minutes. We did give the other team a boss, but they didn't even get a fort off of it. And now we have catapults pushing. I really like the new rain as well. I like that I could kind of... I got 2 stuns there, right? Normally, like with Rain of Vengeance, you would just get one stun off, but I was able to get 2 stuns just because I could cast it at 2 different times. So I think I'm going to go the healing. This is going to pair really well with the medic. So now if a medic's healing me and I'm healing myself, it's going to be a lot of self-sustain. It's going to be really difficult for the other team to kill me. I could have potentially taken Spell Shield because I'm against Furnace Blast Butcher. Try to not get one shot. It may have been the play, but we'll just try Tempered just for the fact that I have a medic. I'm just going to trust in the medic player. But I don't think the Spell Shield talent is that bad, honestly. Oh man, I'm going to try to get my... Yeah, so... Holy, the multi-shot did a lot of... Oh, that counterattack. I tumble and auto thinking that I would crit with Vault, and he counter-striked it and ended up killing me with counter-strike. What a legend. I'm not really sure what to say about that, guys. I got outplayed. I will say though, like, I tumbled thinking that, you know, because of this, like, you get a bonus on hatred when you tumble. Like, that auto for sure killed. Uh-oh. Nice W on yourself, medic. But since he counterattacked it, he outplayed me, so shoutouts to this Alarak for taking Counter-Strike. I will say when I look at Alarak's 2 ultimates, though, I think Counter-Strike's the weaker of the 2. Like, although it got value there, most of the time I'm just gonna sidestep that and kill him anyways. The other talent, you're a bit more proactive. You can use it to escape, you can use it to get kills. I like using it for engage even. It gives Alarak a way to get in on a team fight, which he doesn't really have. I think our team is doing boss. The free boss. Other team just showed mid. They're probably doing their easies or rotating bottom. Yeah, so I think I should be fine. Yeah, see? You see how much better that is? I was probably dead there, but because that guy had charge, I actually didn't die. I'm kind of sad. I don't really want to end the game. I think we're definitely going to end the game here, but I would have liked to see more of this build. I think our team is just way stronger than them, so let's see. So one of my grenades hit there. And it was reduced by a little bit. I will say there's a ton of poke coming out of this build. A lot more poke than I thought. A lot more damage too. I definitely like this build the most. I think in the later stages of the game too, I think you will start to feel the strength. I mean, this is an 11-minute game, and I did 54,000 damage. And I felt like I could have played way better, but look at my numbers compared to everyone else. Like, MVP, baby. Like, most hero damage, most siege damage, most XP contribution. Like, I think that this build is actually probably the best build that Valla has after the change. Look at this. No respect, dude. Giving myself upvotes. So, I will say that after playing this build, I've played it 2 games now. I believe this is the build to go. Playing the PTR versions of the other builds too just felt really weak. I actually hated Valla on the PTR. I'm glad that they changed the hatred thing. And again, I think it's a lot more like Gray Main now, and a lot less like if you don't auto attack for a few seconds, you just lose all of your power. You can kind of maintain it and stagger some auto attacks at least, but continue to maintain your 10 stack. And if you do maintain your 10 stack, then you do get lots of value off of your multi-shot talents with the cooldown reduction, the slow, the increased range, and the obviously bonus damage on multi-shot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to throw a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also check out both my Twitch and Twitter located below, as well as a tier list, which I will hopefully update for this patch pretty soon. So again, guys, thanks so much for the support. I'll see you all next video. Cheers.